The Detroit Lions finished the season 9-8, won 8 out of their last 10 games, and were close making it into the playoffs. The team started rough, winning only 1 game and losing 6 through their first 8 weeks. During the first 8 weeks, Jared Goff was decent and had a 63.9 completion rate, over 1,500 passing yards, 12 TDs, and 6 interceptions. But in the last 10 games was a different story. Completed 66% of his passes for 2,534 yards, 17 touchdowns, only got intercepted once, and was rated in the top 10 as a passer. The Lions will stick with Jared Goff as it's the right decision, especially when considering the fact that Goff still has 2 years left on his contract. But unfortunately, there has been some bad news recently, as 4 members of the team have been suspended for breaking the NFL's gambling policy. 3 players play offense. One is Jameson Williams, who was drafted 12th overall by the Lions in 2022, but will only miss the first 6 games due to the suspension. Stanley Berryhill is also facing the same suspension, while Detroit has released the other 2, Quintez Cephus and CJ Moore. Despite the setbacks, the Lions can still count on Amon-Ra St. Brown, who had an outstanding second season with over 1,100 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. He also showed great potential as a rookie with 912 yards and 5 TDs. It's thrilling to see what he can accomplish in his 3rd season. The veteran Marvin Jones came back to Detroit. He spent 5 seasons with the Lions, then went on to spend the last 2 with the Jaguars, and now Detroit signed him to a 1-year deal for only $2.2 million. This was a great pickup. He's familiar with the Detroit culture, also a great veteran guy to have in the locker room, and has had success with the Lions. Khalif Raymond is another player that has been great for his role. His first season with the Lions in 2021, he had over 500 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns, and last season 616 yards but no touchdowns. Although the Lions did lose running back Jamal Williams, they have filled up his position by signing David Montgomery to a 3-year deal worth up to $18 million. Montgomery had 4 seasons straight with over 800 rushing yards, even with a below average offensive line, and has showcased excellent skills in the passing game as well. With DeAndre Swift on the team, I'm excited to see what this duo can accomplish together. The Lions offense is undoubtedly impressive, but they've also made some notable changes on the defense. For instance, they signed safety CJ Gardner-Johnson to a 1-year deal for $6.5 million. He had 6 interceptions last season with the Eagles. This was another great pickup. Along that, they have added cornerback Cameron Sutton and agreed on a contract for 3 years worth up to $33 million. He just had his best season with the Steelers, where he managed to grab 3 interceptions and 15 pass breakups. On top, cornerback Emmanuel Mosley has agreed to join the Lions on a 1-year deal for $6 million. Mosley spent his entire career in San Francisco. Unfortunately, in 2022, he suffered a season-ending ACL tear in his left knee. The Lions have set themselves up for success in the upcoming 2023 NFL Draft, as they'll have a total of 9 draft picks to work with. This includes 2 picks in the 1st round with the 6th and the 18th overall selections. Additionally, they'll have 2 picks in the 2nd round, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th, and the 6th round. Picking up more players in the draft to add to the defense can help address some of the team's weaknesses. Dan Campbell deserves a lot of credit for the significant impact he's done on the Lions organization. Since joining the team as a head coach in 2021, Campbell's leadership style has been refreshing, and his players seem to have bought into the vision. He's quickly become a fan favorite, and it's easy to see why. Before joining the Lions, he spent 5 seasons with the New Orleans Saints as their assistant head coach and tight end coach. He got the opportunity to work under Sean Payton, who is widely ranged as one of the best coaches in the NFL. Also got to work with Drew Brees. It's very simple. The Detroit Lions know what they're doing. Bitch, we some stars, pull up in foreign cars.